So after seeing the complete service request, after the service request form, we can move to another screen of calibration. So here you can see all the details of calibration are fed in depending on various parameters, parameter value, whether it is active or not, inspection type, as well as all other details which are related to that particular test. So let's take an example of this particular test. If we see here, if I go to data sheet, here you can find out test at the particular 30 and test at -30 also. All these parameters, all averages as well as your readings, details particular to that test are noticed and results are found out with this particular tests. So you can see this data. It can be done for each and every test, each and every parameter separately. So this is very important piece of this software. If you look at this, you can have all the data for master equipments also, which is fed in. So all the master equipments data are fed inside this, and then you can do the calibration accordingly. So you can see the task list also. So depending on your service request, you can put up the task and it can be listed in this particular area, because calibration is only one of the tasks. So there can be lot other tasks related to that particular service request. So all in all, you can put all of these, and then you can put all the remarks also. If you want to create some particular remarks regarding that special attention needs to be carried, so it can be taken into account. So if you want to see now, after doing all the calibration, one of the biggest hurdle for every lab right now is how do I generate my calibration certificate. Most of the labs are doing these things by manual basis. So in our case, what we have suggested is automatic generation of this particular test certificate or a calibration report or testing report we can generate here. You can see it can be as per your company name, all the details, how you want to configure. It is exactly open to you. The way you want, you can configure it, you can put it. It is absolutely customizable report, and the complete report can be checked. You can see the customer report also, which is available with datasheet. This is one of the most unique feature you can ever get in any calibration software. You are getting one calibration report, then there is another certificate which is very important. It comes automatically. Absolutely, you don't have to do any other manual data entry kind of work, and it comes by itself. So this is the first page which I'm showing you right now. Here you can get all the details, datas and stuffs like that. And if you see, you can have the second page of the same report, which is having all your test results. So working conditions, all readings, all parameters depending on your conditions of calibrations, and what are the remarks, all of those, okay, non-okay, tested, completed, everything can be put in automatically in this software. I hope this would reduce almost a big kind of tedious work which most of the lab and calibration engineers have been doing till we launched this particular software. So one of our major motto for developing this software is to give absolutely any human without any human interference. We are giving all these reports generated automatically. This avoids any kind of human error also in terms of printing those particular charts and giving the certificates. And one of the most interesting features, these certificates are stored inside the system by itself. So you can review those certificates, you can attach some of the certificates. So all of these things can be taken care with the attachment button. You can see on the right hand side. So you can do a lot of other operations also with this particular options. Okay. So if you want to look at now, we move on to another part, which is one of the most important one in case of calibration. Most of the calibration softwares, they forget to include one of the most interesting part of the calibration and testing, which is called as uncertainty. One of the major features of uncertainty, if you want to see the coverage factor, we put it 2, and then we can check rest all the inputs which are needed for uncertainty are mentioned here. Then you can just run through directly with the print again a report of uncertainty, which is again one of the biggest hurdles when it comes only with some Excel reports or some manual reports or things like that with lot of calculation. So you can actually increase your productivity by using this particular software. You can generate more and more reports, something like this. You can fully customize this report. This is just for demonstration, and you can see this report is of 3 different pages. In the second type, you have a contribution, so you can see U1, U2, U3, then all your distributions, calculations of sensitivity and coefficients, and almost everything what you need. So this is the very important one, uncertainty budgets, for which you have to do a lot of calculations manually. So all of them are taken care in this system. So this gives the best return on investment if you really look at it. So this uncertainty report, which is a system generated report, this gives a fantastic phenomena, or I can say it adds a feather in a cap for this particular software. Such kind of reports are generated. If you see the quality of these reports, these are exactly world class, and you can customize them as per your requirement. So this is another part of uncertainty, and one of the major criteria or a feature for any calibration. So that we are through. Now if you want to take a look, it's like MIS calibration and testing. So it will ask you which reports do you need, due list or overdues or inspection history and all that stuff which could be maintained. You can check with the data the complete date range like a calendar and stuffs like that, and just click on report and you get everything. So it's a fully customizable solution for you. Then there is something called traceability matrix. You can add traceability code, do some things like that. It's absolutely the way you want to do. So it can be customized as per your requirement. You can add all your requirements, put your traceability stuff inside and do it. So all in all, if you look at this as a calibration module only, it is a perfect package for any labs doing calibration, testing of various kinds of instruments, processes, and almost everything. So moving on, after the calibration, if you want to see, there are certain functions like CRM, purchase, SCM, and finance, which comes along with our calibration unit if you take the complete enterprise lab setup edition. So in lab setup edition, why we are giving all of these together, these modules together, one of the major reason is labs need something in a very small and crispy format. It's not like a complete manufacturing unit. So for any lab to operate, these are some of the important functions which we have found out, and from our major ERP we have put these functions which will drive the complete process of day-to-day activities of any calibration lab which you are having. So this calibration software can work for people who are having their own calibration lab, they are calibrating others' instrument, or if you are doing something a third party calibration, that is also possible, or if you are giving your instruments outside also for calibration, that also can be incorporated in this software. I will quickly run you through how we want to attach this particular into the complete solution for any lab, like a enterprise edition for complete lab. So here you look at, we can start with the sales order. You can have all SO number. Once you receive the purchase order from your customer, you can enter that customer's PO number, then put your SO number would be generated accordingly. Then you can find out all the dates and stuffs like that. So I would just take you through just one of the particular case. So here you can see all the data is filled in. Same way, item details are there where you can put all the details for particular item which you are looking for, delivery schedules, picking and shipping, address, terms and conditions, all the details, whatever small things you want to put regarding packing or special things like that, you can put. So absolutely, this is having a complete sales order tracking. I think this is more than sufficient for any lab to operate and start with. So it has all of your customer data, which is very important. Then there is something called sales order delivery schedule, which talks about the kind of schedule which you are planning for your delivery and stuffs like that. I would just take you through the complete data. So here if we take one particular example, you can see the data filled in, as well as you can put in some of the other details also, like SO detail, requirement details, and schedules and mails or things like that. So this is how the sales order schedule is. Then one of the major issues, most of the labs are doing this quotation basis only through Excels or manual basis. So this particular software will help you to generate your own quotation. So all the details which are needed for quotations, those are mentioned here. You can see all the data feed in. So similarly, we can just take one example where you can find out all the data which is filled in, then status, what are the options of status, whether it is open, closed. It can send an email also directly if you have marked your customer party name correctly. So you just have to generate the quotation and it will completely answer by its own. So that's how it is. The another data you can see in this one. And if you check how the stuff would go in terms of your sales quotation, you can absolutely see how it will look like. One of the most common function, can we customize this? Yes, 100%. This is a completely customizable solution. You can design your own sales quotation. These are some of the templates which we have provided. You can add the quantities and put it, and all your terms and details, payment terms, something like that. All this you can do. You can export also this, all these details, and PDF. You can do it into PDF and few other formats also. So this is how it is. One of the most critical, I would say, when it comes to automation and all that. So same way, sales invoice, debit, credit and all. Let's move on to another function. So you can see this sales invoice and debit, credit. I won't go in much details. It's about payment, organization data, finance and all that. So all of these provisions are made here. So now if we move on to the second major one, purchase requisition. So in case of labs, you don't have many things to purchase, but the small little tiny things which you want to purchase, those have to be put into system. So requisitions type, standard capital service you can do. You can raise a request, auto generated requisition number is there. You can see what would be the code, the item code, then SO order, and all those details also could be tracked along with your purchase request. So you can create your own approval process, hierarchies and all that. That's possible. Absolutely, it's not a issue. So in that you can generate your purchase request. Same accordingly with the purchase request, you can have the sale request also. So similarly you can develop those details as well. So this is your purchase order which you can generate depending on all the data, and you can pick it up from the reference also. You can choose it from the quotations or inquiry or from requisitions. If you have concerned request numbers and reference documents, you can generate that. Now let's see how your PO would look like. Again, another feature where your PO is coming automatically right from the way you start with your SO, then purchase requisition, and then your PO. So this is how it would look like. You can take all the advantage of this software where you can generate your PO, SO, service request, all the reports, calibration, uncertainty, almost everything which you might have dreamt or you have thought that these are the tools exactly which are needed for any calibration or testing lab. So do we stop there only till purchase order? No, we go one step ahead and you can create a purchase invoice also. Whatever invoice you have received from your vendors, you can attach it here with the attachment, and then you can feed in the details like invoice numbers, all other details which are needed. So this is a complete purchase which is useful for any kind of lab application. Let's move on to SCM, where the supply chain management is there, the most critical part, creating the delivery note, goods receipt note, as well as a few other parameters of those notes that also can be taken care. So if you see right from the delivery note till material receipt, material issue, goods receipt, all of these you can take care. So in delivery note you can generate the delivery type, you can choose how it is, whether it is a free delivery, outbound or returnable, whatever it is, or if it is a plant to plant, that is also possible. So all these types and things can be taken care in case of generating delivery notes. So I will quickly run you through. These are some of the data which you can feed in and move ahead with the delivery note, so that it can generate even
posting required
the parts like this. So you are saving the document by putting it post, and then it is asking you with some of the warnings whether it is posted or not. So once the posting is done, you can definitely go ahead with the development and print it. So this is the delivery note. So this software gives you almost everything in terms of automatic generation. You don't have to do any other single Excel work just for the sake of doing it. So point number 2, if you look at, there are some things like material issues, goods received note, which is GRN, again GRN cash, plant to plant, then you can choose the GRN plant to plant, again delivery note plant to plant. All of these are possible here. So if I would show you, it's like you can have that goods receipt note which will look something like this. So this is a very important document to do the invert part of your interactions. Then you can see this, all other info also can be fed in. If you need some item details, that could be put in, and then batch, then split, whether it is the split quantity, that is also possible. You can do the barcodes also in this, so it's absolutely no problem from this. So all the samples which are coming from your customers, that could be entered in here with the goods receipt note, which is GRN. So you can keep a track of that, and then depending on the movement, you can move ahead. Like just like GRN is there, then you have a delivery note. So once the sample comes in for calibration, you have to go ahead with GRN. then do the calibration testing, generate your report, and then move to the delivery node. These are the types of delivery nodes: plant to plant, multiple labs, in interlab. In your labs also you can transfer them, and all these options are there. So this is how this SCM is there, which is quite crispy module if you look at, because in general SCM is very big module, but this is exceptionally designed only for calibration and instrumentations or typical testing kind of labs. So we have tried to make it as crispy and as simple as possible, which can feed all your day-to-day needs for those particular labs. So I will quickly run you through with the finance model, won't go in too much of details. It's like the typical finance, so I don't have to talk more over it. It's something like a journal, and then you have to generate that vouchers, all the details which are needed. So payment receipt, and then payment whether it is received or not, and all those details would be there. So this is just like a ledger entry. You can go through and see all the types, debit, credit, and things like that are mentioned here. Allocation, and again for which cost center you are doing those purchases and things like that. Then if you have some foreign remittance, that is also possible. Then payment receipt, again one of the major one. So there you can quickly see in case of payment receipt also you can go through. Then expense commercial, this is a payment receipt. Here you can see all the document numbers, details, then stuffs like this. So whether it is received by DD, cash, check, or how is it received, it depends on the transaction with the banker. Then it can locate along with your sales order with the references. So this you can see in detail. So this is how it is for cash voucher. Same is the case with bank voucher, bank reconciliation, and accounts and all that. So I won't go in much detail, but this is like a complete solution as far as finance is considered. So now we can move to another and last important parameter, which is called as document approval. You have seen whatever document comes for your approval, you will have it listed here, the document name, details, approver remarks, and all. So as an approver, I have two options: whether I can approve it, or I can reject it, or I can hold it. So these are all options given. So you can check it from the past datas as well as the few current datas and things like that. So this is how it is. If you want to see some of the status, like whether it is pending, approved, which are the approved requests till now, stuffs like that, you can go through and find out all those details. So the whole module, if you look at this, is a lab enterprise edition module, and which is having the complete details of all the requirements of any particular lab or a testing lab which is needing that developments or things related to those labs. So I think I would quickly take you through one of the options. Like you can search on web where you can see these particular options. So all of this complete software along with the calibration module and the details you can get from us, and we are available with all the all the details on our website, as well as the details I would just share it with you. But I believe that this particular software will completely change the way in which the calibration industry is working right now. So I'm just trying to give you the complete details. So we are Technova Engineering Services and Praktan Technologies. So you can contact us on this. My name is Mr. Uday Muthe, and you can contact me on praktan@technovaservices.net. So there you can contact me, and another contact details. I think this should be perfect. So I will just read it for you: Technova Engineering Services and Praktan Technologies, and then my name is Mr. Uday Muthe. You can contact me on the praktan@technovaservices.net, and my mobile number is 919920608575. So thanks a lot, friends, and I think this would give you a sound understanding about our software, which we are which we have done specially for calibration and testing instrumentation labs, which has one stop solution for all your requirements. Any kind of tests, any modifications can be done 100% with this particular software, and this is 100% bug free software. You don't have to worry about any kind of support, AMCs and stuffs like that. We have a completely technically sound and capable team to help you on all of these, and there are a lot of corporate customers which we have on our board, so we can share it with you, our experiences also with them, and we can share our the stories of such softwares which we are providing to those customers, which are absolutely renowned name in industry. So once again, I request you, after seeing this particular demo, if you like it and you are looking forward to move one step ahead in your business of calibration and testing, you are welcome to contact us. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.